Hey, good morning, everyone. And so excited to be able to share one more time just how wonderful life is. I think, okay, what would be the ultimate job? What could we do that would, how would we measure ultimate job? I've thought about that a lot. Obviously, one of the things that first comes to mind is how much can it pay? How much can you make? But as you start getting a little more satisfied in that, and that certainly is a good measurement, is your worth in the marketplace. But then I think just one of the overall things, it ought to be fun, accomplishment, the feeling of accomplishment, doing something that's making a difference. I think that definitely should measure in as far as the ultimate job. And one of the ways I measure that is just the thinking of waking up every morning, even on a Monday morning, and just thinking, oh boy, it's Monday morning and I get to go to work and I'm excited because I got something to do. I think that's a big, big thing. And then maybe to just overarching everything is I think we're driven by purpose. We're all searching for meaning. I guess there's a book called that, Man's Search for Meaning. And so I think the greatest purpose is to add value to other lives. And if you put all of that together, potential for earnings, fun factor, relationships, I think that's a big thing. Putting all of that, Avini is the ultimate. It really is. Of all the things I've done, and I've done a lot, my personal record is 5 W-2 forms in 1 year. So I've been around, and specifically this industry, which has actually been mostly what I've done. I've never seen a greater business, a better product, a better compensation plan. We've got everything in place, and then the novelty of it being brand new, a 1-year-old company. So we've kind of done our shakedown cruise, and it's been a mighty good one. But also, so much of who we are goes back 10, 20 or more years. The relationships we have, the track record of our products, just a business experience, and talking about all of that. Let me share some slides with you, and okay. How can I reduce that? Just bear with me here. Okay, how do I make this go away? Okay, there it is. And okay, let me put this over here. Okay, this is one of my favorite little quotes right here, and this going back to the purpose of life. Think about this. It really comes down to who we love and who loves us at the end of everything, and so everybody has heard different things about different things, and I just love collecting quotes of people that say the best stuff about the best things. And so to take a look at this one, the most sacred and cherished moments of our lives are those filled with the spirit of love. The greater the measure of our love, the greater is our joy. In the end, the development of such love is the true measure of success in life. I gotta tell you that's really true. And one of my favorite books is The Greatest Salesman in the World by Og Mandino. And one of the scrolls that you're supposed to read over and over and over again is all about that, how we treat people. And this is one of the statements is, I will greet this day with love in my heart. And every person you encounter along that way, you might not say it out loud, maybe you will, but often it's just spoken in silence, but it really is a wonderful thing. And I remember going back on just this beautiful day. We were riding our bikes on the Trail of Coeur d'Alene, which is just a beautiful thing, going by people and just I don't know, feeling the love of people I hadn't even met, and just saying hi or good morning or something like that. Just it was a lot of fun just being around good people that I didn't even know and just kind of encountering them as we would ride our bikes different ways. But I don't know why I'm mentioning that, but it is a good thing. It makes the world go around. Wow. Makes the world go around. And also what we want to share is a statement. There is nothing so powerful as an idea whose time has come. And Avini, we get to share world-changing ideas and share the love. And there's a book, Change Your World by John Maxwell. It's a great book, but the central theme of that, and certainly what makes Avini work, is this idea right here. We're in the life-changing business. And so this is John Maxwell. I experienced something so life-changing that I change. I share something so life-changing that you change. And we facilitate something so life-changing that others change. Isn't that powerful right there? I just, oh my goodness, good stuff. Okay, this is us. We are created to make a difference, and Avini, it's all about that. We're in the life-changing business. And I believe just our core, the culture, who we are, is this mutual trust. We're creating a community that's growing every day, and it's all built upon this magnificent obsession of just the enthusiasm of changing people for the better. And think about that. The products, everything about us, it's evident in everything that we do, everything we are, everything we strive to become is just this business that is built on trust. Of all the companies I've given my heart to, this is the first one that has corporate competency and trustworthiness. Sad to say that, but it's true. It's just it feels so good to be in such a great place. And so here we are. Here's our three main people of our company. We've just brought on a few more people that Neil will probably share sometime, and already has with a lot of us, some really great people, and the company is growing, production and capacities, everything is getting better and better. But this is pretty much the three that started it. On the left, Rick Deitch, middle, Neil Roth and Doug Dickey, just the perfect people in their place. And very simple, this is what we want to do, providing the very best science-backed, life-changing products to the people that need them. Well, everybody needs this stuff. Getting our products shipped as quickly as possible, that's a good thing. And being paid well, being paid on time, treating people with respect, central to everything. And I just love this statement by Dave Ramsey, and I'll share it one more time. But think about your life and what you're doing. Again, everything that's worthwhile is relationships. It's just finding good people. And so once you have those relationships, what can we do together? Well, this is it. The most rewarding and sometimes the most frustrating, certainly the most profitable thing you will ever do is to learn to lead high quality people well. And I look at Avini, this is a course in leadership. It's a personal development, a company powered by amazing products that change lives that everybody needs and nobody has them yet. And we're all learning together, learning how to bring people on, high quality people, building relationships, learning to lead well, building a culture. This is very new. And so all of us, our personality, the things that we do get repeated. And so we have this wonderful and sobering responsibility of creating a culture. And wow, and everybody's winning. So Avini truly is a business that has a soul. And oh my goodness, well, this is it. To justify being in business, you need to offer some type of product or service, something that can benefit others, to solve problems. And some of the greatest problems out there have to do with health. Of all the problems that you can have, Oh my goodness. A lot of times we might be thinking of money or different things, but health, no matter what else is out there, what other blessings you might have, if you don't have health, it just takes it down. And I just think, wow, we have some answers here. And so let's go through each of these products just real briefly. This is referred to as the tip of the spear. This is one of the most valuable, important things that you can share with people. I love the idea of the healthy cell concept that literally, fundamentally, if all of your cells were healthy, you could not be sick. You would be healthy. And so essentially, on this cellular level, if we can keep our cells healthy, we will be healthy. And one of the most fundamental aspects of cellular health is get the bad stuff out. And so here's something that looks like a supplement. We're adding this to our body, but it's actually a takeout product. And it takes out all of the bad stuff that all of us just living on Earth accumulate with every breath. Touching things, eating food, everything exposes us to this really bad stuff that wasn't around not too long ago. The Industrial Revolution, modern technology is adding more and more complicated, more deadly stuff that synergistically, who knows, the compounding bad stuff together in our bodies. So we're all in a vast experiment. Well, here's a way to take a shower on the inside of your body. But look at these statements that you look this up, and this is all clinical stuff. Removes heavy metals, other toxins, volatile organic compounds, actually supports a healthy immune system, optimizes pH, naturally safe and non-toxic, all upside, no downside. And if you do a tour, one of the things that I think is very interesting is if you just think of anything bad, anything at all that you don't want to have, type that into your browser and then type in heavy metals, and you're going to see an alarming correlation. But just kind of looking around, National Institute of Health, here's a statement. You know, the 5 biggies that are extra scary, extra deadly, because of the way they work: mercury, lead, chromium, cadmium, and arsenic. Fundamentally, they're little tiny micro monkey wrenches that get into our biological machinery and just wreak havoc. Some of the things that this statement is it interferes with antioxidant defense. Enzymes, pretty much every biological activity in the body has cofactors or enzymes that make it work better, and they're all related with minerals, and not the minerals that we're talking about. This is how these do bad things, is they inactivate essential enzymes, create oxidative stress, epigenetic alterations. Wow, that means damaging DNA, and making our very fundamental information in our bodies unstable. Wow, the probable cause of carcinogenic carcinogen, never mind, creating carcinogens. Oh my goodness, scary, scary stuff. I love telling people that last month, I turned 73, and I'm having a midlife crisis, and I'm starting all over with my encore career, and I'm selling snake oil. I don't do that all the time, but with my friends, I have fun with that, because Rick Deitch, all the stuff that he is, one of his expertise studies is venomous animals. There's some amazing chemical compounds in different venoms, and specifically cobra venom has a particular neuropeptide. And what this does, first off, stay away from snakes, I recommend, or venomous cone snails or Gila monsters or any of those other bad things. Stay away. However, Rick has found a way to isolate a particular neuropeptide from snake venom, dilute it down 10,001, denature it. It's no longer venomous, but it has this unique ability to actually compete with acetylcholine. And there's a couple of major receptors in our bodies that really do things, turn on pain and turn on inflammation. And this product, TrompKate said it turns it down, modulates it or whatever. It's amazing. And it does all of this stuff magically without any toxicity, without any creating all of this bad stuff. It's not a steroid. It's not any horrible stuff. It just naturally helps with inflammation and pain without any downside. And most drugs, particularly pain meds, as well as being some of the most horrible side effects and being addictive, and that is that as you use them, your body tolerates them, and you need more and more of it, or you need to move up to a heavier drug to get the same relief. Contrary, this product here, as you use it, it actually becomes more effective. It works better with the body. And so over time, you can use less and less of it and get better and better results. Amazing. Z-Immunity. This is an amazing product. And if you do your research around with mushrooms, big thing. I'll just mention one thing, Agaricus blazei. The Japanese many years ago were doing epidemiological studies throughout the world, and particularly just kind of thinking geographically as there are connections with cancer. And they actually found an area that was almost like living there protected you from bad stuff. And wow, Sao Paulo, Brazil. What was unique about that was this really cool thing that we can learn a new word, Agaricus blazei. And this, it was something that was just real prevalent. And so it was real common in the diet, and it seemed to protect them. Well, they brought it back to Japan, and today it's all the rage. Everybody's doing it over in Japan. Well, Rick was able to procure that. But it's not just what we have here with Agaricus blazei, but there's a total of 7 powerful mushrooms that are particularly good for immunity, and they're grown in a way where it helps potentiate the active principles and things that are in it. And along potentiating stuff, what we've found, I think originally, zeolite was used in animal feed to protect animals from aflatoxins and things in mold, but they were concerned that it might actually interfere with absorption of the nutrients, and they found that it actually improved the nutritional availability of the stuff that was in the feed. And Rick, I think, is just kind of taking advantage of that. It seems to potentiate everything, and so all of our products, including Cell Defender, have zeolite. This is actually a less refined zeolite, or I would maybe not say refined, but less micronized. The particle size is bigger, so it's less likely to go into the bloodstream and more likely to actually go along with the mushrooms and move along with it in the digestive tract, which has tremendous value there. But read this stuff right here. That's all clinical things that show this is all stuff I'd like to do. Increase longevity, yeah, for sure. Cholesterol, blood sugar normalization, liver and kidney support. I love my liver and kidneys, yeah. Reduce risk of heart disease, wow. Improved respiratory function, natural immune support. This is an amazing product. Along that line, Rick became a real fiber advocate. And when he was with Rexall, that was one of the big movers of product. And Rick brought back all of the things he learned and all of the things since then, making the very best product. A couple of times he's talked about those early days when he was working for other people. He did that well to the point of billions of dollars in sales. And making some wonderful products. But imagine a guy of his talent and passion and having somebody say, we don't like that price point. Take this and this out. This is what we want to pay. Well, Rick has his own company and his own product, and you can tell. As an example, the sweetener in this is 100% monk fruit. Oh, that's the most expensive sweetener there is. Natural orange flavoring. I'm sure you could find some artificial thing. So this is all the very best. This is a big deal. Fiber. I used to sell fiber with a company back in the 1980s, and I joke that was our number one mover. It really was, euphemistically and literally. And a lot of times we think about that in fiber, that just helps us be regular, but it's so much more than that. Depending on what you read, it looks like maybe 30, 40 trillion cells is what comprises the average human body. That's a whole lot, but imagine that probably the bacteria cells that are in us are maybe 100 trillion. There's more than us. Human cells are bigger, but the DNA information is actually more in the bacteria. But here's the thing I think is fascinating. They're not just there taking up space. One of the important things is good bugs do take up space, so they physically compete with the pathological ones, the bad ones. And so that's a good thing, but they do much more. They actually help make nutrients like B vitamins, things like that. But also they're finding more and more the reality and importance of the brain-gut connection, that neurotransmitters are actually manufactured by the right type of bacteria, and that neurological problems, they could characteristically have deficiencies in the biome profile, that maybe all the people that, as an example, have Alzheimer's or Parkinson's or something like that might uniformly have similar deficiencies. And it really makes you stop and think. I mentioned, if like to mention Alzheimer's, there's a thing called BDNF, that's a neurotransmitter. And most of that is made in the gut, and the amount that you have is a protective indicator against having dementia. So, wow, this is so good. Also, taking this, we found consistently, it smooths out blood sugar. So just reading through all of this stuff right here, oh my goodness. And this will change your life. Everybody should have this. Everybody in America does not get enough fiber. Optimum amounts of fiber can optimize your health. Big important product. Energy. Okay, this is not sold because it tastes so good. Looking at the little bottle there, it's designed to be an alternative to 5-hour energy, based on some really amazing stuff that actually goes back to the Cold War times, when Russia was wanting to win all the Olympic medals, but they didn't want to flunk blood tests. And they've just got years and years of clinical research with pretty much adaptogens. They're the ones that kind of put that on the map. They do it the best. And so this is just actually just imported from Georgia. It's this proprietary blend that they've developed. And so it's really amazing stuff. It does great things. We've seen some wonderful things happen. Hey, I'm on a Zoom, so don't knock. Grandkids. And this is one of my very favorite products. And this was introduced when we were coming together in a company before Avini. And the owners of that company had some serious health challenges, and this pretty much, they believe, maybe even kept them out of the hospital. And so we've got this amazing product that gets rid of heavy metals, toxins, and different things like this. Well, we have another amazing product that gets rid of pathogens of all sorts, little tiny things like viruses, all the way up to bigger creepy things. And the unique thing is what we've found. If you're a health nut, you probably already have a bottle of colloidal silver in your cupboard. This is way different. And initially, when Rick, our biochemist, looked at silver, he said, I love silver externally. It's amazing. When silver first came out, it revolutionized the survival of burn victims, because people, that's what really killed them, was getting infection. And silver changed that. It's wonderful. But if you take it internally, it could have some value. On the other hand, though, if you continue to use it, colloidal silver generally is, you might think, wow, I can't see anything looking at it. It's sort of like if you look at the air, you don't see anything. But if it's an early morning and your drape is open just a crack, and so the beam of sunshine is coming in, and you see all of a sudden this stuff, lots of it floating around in the air, and you look closer and you think, my goodness. Well, this is called the Tyndall effect. And if you can actually get a laser pointer and do that through colloidal silver, it's pretty interesting. It shows it up. So that confirms that it is a colloid. It's staying in suspension. However, normal colloidal silver is way too big relatively. Those particles are small, so they can get in the body, but they can't get out of the body very well. That's not a good thing. And so you have this bioaccumulation of silver to the point that probably everybody, pretty much every town has somebody that thought, well, some is good, more is better. And it actually permanently starts to color their body, turning them into a smurf, kind of a blue-gray color on the skin that doesn't go around. And so that's not a good thing for that to be entrapped. In that way, it basically becomes a heavy metal. And so this is revolutionary. So much of our new technology is going into nano, which often is overused. The nano is the new turbo. 20 years ago, everything was turbo. But nano, in reality, though, is really super infinitesimal. And I don't know how they do this, but we've, instead of, if you kind of do a comparison, if you could go to scale, regular colloidal silver might be physically the size of a school bus. Using that same gauge or comparison, this would be about the size of a matchbox car compared to it. It's just much smaller. And in fact, they found a way to take little silver balls that are uniformly about 200 atoms apiece. That is amazingly small. And if you kind of think of this in a term of 100 years ago, before refrigeration was really out there a lot, dairy farmers, they could actually put a silver dollar in a milk pail, and it would actually help the milk stay fresher. However, if you took that silver dollar and sliced it right through, so it was half as thick, think about that. The surface area would essentially be about the same, and yet there's half as much silver. Do that again. The silver dollar now is 1/4 as thick, but essentially the same surface area, but 1/4 the silver. What if you did it 1,000 times? Now that would be very thin, but if you did that, it would essentially be about the same surface area, but 1,000th of an ounce. What if you could just carry that on until now you have these little silver balls that are only 200 atoms apiece, so small, and yet they have an amazing amount of surface area with an infinitesimal amount of silver. And they're so small that they've done studies and found that 100% of the silver has left the body within about 24 hours. But also really important, little pathogens, having stuff really small, shape and size is everything. And so it's able to biologically interact and mess with that. And so bad organisms don't like this stuff. And so this is just a big deal. So I thought I'd just kind of elaborate why this is different. Now, one of the things I think is really wonderful is all of the stuff that we use, animals can use as well. And particularly if animals suffer pain, the number one cause of liver failure and kidney failure is over-the-counter pain meds. But if you gave one Tylenol to a cat, that would kill it. They have very sensitive kidneys, and here's something that is so safe that you can even give it to animals. And so Avini is working on a delivery system just for cats and dogs. So how about that as far as the cell defender and the pain relief? And, oh, this is a big deal. Okay, this is a big concern. This is really cool. Now, what we found is that fat, it's not just this inert ballast that we carry around. It's biologically active, very active. One of the things I think is a concern is every pound of fat. I first heard that it was an additional mile of blood vessels that were required to pump and keep that fat alive. I've heard other places that say it's much more than that, but anyway, it's a lot. And also, it actually creates things like saying, "Feed me. This is your new equilibrium here, and we want you to be at this set point right here." But probably one of the most critical factors that they're discovering, and we're learning new words like toxicity or obesogens, that there's actually things in fat that generate obesity. Oh my goodness, that's not fair. Not only are we carrying around this extra weight, but it's actually saying, give me more. But also all of this horrible burden that our bodies are being given, the body doesn't want to deal with it. And so it sequesters it in fat. And so you start trying to lose weight, and all of a sudden you feel all dizzy and headachy or yucky, because it might be releasing those toxins that were stored in the fat. And so the body resists that. And so we've had people spontaneously getting on the cell defender and losing some weight. Isn't that something that's amazing? And so going along that line, well, another thing that can help is smoothing out blood sugar. That's the fiber. That's a good thing. And then Rick just created this a few months ago, and it's about a dozen different herbs mixed into a delicious drink of lemonade, matcha, coffee, or chocolate. And it just does all of these cool things, curbing appetite, raising metabolism, thermogenesis, actually blocking, carbohydrate assimilation, appetite suppressant, just really cool things, helping detox, amazing. And if you look around, this is just the reality. And it's just really scary what we're doing to ourselves. And it's not just being overweight, but all of the things that overweight creates by just adding extra work for all of the body systems. So, wow. Mentioned this just a little earlier. It ain't just fat. I got this from Stuart Lonke. Dr. Lonke did a presentation, and I just did a screenshot. But wow, fat, very metabolically active. It actually sends out hormones. Certainly, the bad thing, the mother of all bad stuff, is inflammation. Fat's involved in that. Changes genetics. A reservoir of viruses. Oh goodness. A reservoir of anything fat soluble. Well, there's a lot of bad stuff that certainly fits into that category. Good stuff too, of course. But here's the thing: obesogens and this transgenerational scary thing, where overweight and pollution and just all of these things, what they disrupt, but it actually can carry on to the next generation. Scary stuff. I hope you're convinced that you ought to use our products. The thing I love is, what if we had just the most amazing products? You used them and your life changed. You loved what it was doing, but in order to use them, you ate them, and so they're consumable. Well, that's a perfect business model, is something that improves your life, and it's consumable, and it's so good that you'll refer other people to it. boy, it seems like you could build a heck of a business around this. And so I'd like to talk about the opportunity and why you should join our team. First off, it's fun. You're going to be working with some wonderful people, but you're going to want to use these products and you can get them at a better price. And if you share them with a few people, you could actually pay for your own habit. Isn't that cool? And all of this is powered by just helping other people learn about these products. Now, how you join is you get this really extra good deal with what we call an activation pack. And one end on the left is 7 bottles of Cell Defender. And a lot of people, specifically, they're concerned, maybe they're working on a health challenge and they're just thinking, okay, I need to clean up my body. I want to just get a bunch and I want to get more of it. I want to go big on it. And so that's all they're thinking about. And this is for them. 7 bottles, retail at $69 a piece, which is a heck of a deal for what it does. Normal wholesale is $55. But if you divide 7 bottles into $2.99, wow, what is it, $43 or something like that? The next one over is $2.99 also. And this is more kind of a test the water. Represented there is a lot of our products, and you can get in them and try them. The one thing I tell people, though, this is a one-time thing, a one-time good deal. If you have interest in business, we recommend maybe you get some more stuff at this incredible one-time offer. In fact, on the other extreme, on the right, is the $7.99. Now, if you look, what it is basically is just a whole lot more stuff. And the thing I love about this is we don't encourage you to get this as a pantry pack for yourself, but to get this product and then go out there and see people, visit them, get product out on the street. And what I've found is that if you have the product and you're doing demos and talking to people about it, they'll want it. And if you can just say, well, here, I've got this right now. If you have a little bit of stock yourself, you can advance that to them. And then just say, hey, let's go ahead and fill out your order and then ship it to me, and that'll pay me back. But you can have my product right now. That's a big advantage. Momentum is everything, including getting product into people's hands. And also now, that's the best time when people say, I want it. Act on that. Sign them up at that moment. Don't say, well, here's my website, go home and do that. Act now. And so that's a big thing. These are some of the benefits. I think one of the big ones is just the reality of being out there in the world. And I think the numbers are that essentially to be just the very same place financially that you were a little over a year ago, you need to be making about 10,000 more a year. That's scary what's going on out there. But another thing is if you are doing your taxes and you're talking to your accountant and you're thinking, what can I do? Well, he might tell you, he might say, you know, what you need to do is increase your legal deductions. You need to start a business, start a home business. Well, I think that's one of the smartest things is putting yourself in the driver's seat of your life. I love just this idea. And I think most of us at some time of our life have actually said that, you know, one of these days, I'd like to own my own business. And wow, one of these days, there's never been a better time. I believe there's never been a better business because this is all upside, no downside. Normal starting businesses, learning what to do, the capital, who to teach you, licensing, the hassles of everything, receivables, payables, on and on and on. This is all the fun and none of the hard stuff. Wow, you don't even need to get a business license. You work under the umbrella of Avini, having their products. And so we get to be an entrepreneur without risking ourselves with a lot of capital or anything. The only risk in Avini is maybe your emotion a little bit, your pride, because your brother-in-law might laugh at you. That's as bad as it gets. But wow, the benefits are amazing. What you can do with having this business. But the big thing is just the thrill of creating an income. The compensation plan, there's 5 different ways of making money. These first 2 are paid weekly. Retail to wholesale, or wholesale to retail is 20%. And so if you make a sale, you're paid, it goes from Monday through Sunday. Monday through Saturday night, and then the business week starts Sunday, and then you're paid the following Friday. So what you do. So as an example, let me put as an example over here, because this is kind of a fun one. So Thursday, I brought somebody in with the 800 pack, but even more fun is I've got a new person and they referred me to somebody, and she called me and we went through everything, and she came in with the $7.99 pack, and got one each of the Trim Science drinks. And so here's a cool thing. If you sponsor somebody, what it has been is if they buy the $2.99 pack, you make 75. If they buy the $4.99, you make 125. If they buy the $7.99, it's 200. But right now, if they buy the $2.99, on the right there, you'll see the promo, you make 100, respectively, $4.99, 170. So my new distributor, when she joined, helped her do that, I was thrilled to be able to text him and say that he just made $270. Wow, that's really neat. And so your new distributor is getting an incredible deal. And Avini is kind of doing this lost leader thing, because the highest paid, the most important thing that we can do for our company is to grow it, is to go out and find good people. That's priceless. Any company is that way. Every company is comprised of people, and finding good people, that's what you want to do. That's where you're really adding value, and Avini appreciates that with this extra promo. So go out and let them pay you. Again, that's weekly, and you don't have to do anything else. You don't have to do personal qualification or volume or anything. Those just happen when you do those 3 things. When you do those 2 things, retailing product or recruiting new people. The other 3 ways of making money are paid on a monthly basis, and let's go through that really quick. Okay, team commission, rank up bonus, leadership matching bonus. And let me just share this little thing right here. 1 + 1 + 2, that's what it's all about. If you can get somebody to do 1 + 1 + 2, they go silver. 1 + 1 + 2 is 1 customer, sponsor 1 distributor. The 2 is have 2 active legs, and they become silver. And so what we want to do is be a silver factory, help people go silver. And then finding 3 people, teaching them to do that, and then teaching those people to do that. Wow. And this idea of compounding. If you could do it once, you could do it again. If you can do it again, you can make it a habit. And that's how this business works. Okay, recommend you, when you join, is go to your documents and print the trinary compensation plan. Doug has actually separated that into columns. Right at first, it looks, oh my goodness, this sheet. What's cool is first off, we can tell people the whole comp plan fits on one side of one sheet of paper. Right at first, you look, it's busy looking, but all it is a table with just a few simple things, and those are the columns: achievements, qualifiers, volume, payouts. And let's go through those. Okay, so personal qualification is essentially first, to qualify, you want to do 100 in your name, and you want to have retail customers. That's essentially it, and sponsor some people. So if you look on the extreme left of there, you'll see rank, silver, gold, sapphire. It moves up, and then there's 2 things: PV and QV. PV is personal volume. QV is qualifying volume. That's your team volume. The more volume you have, the more up the rank you go. That's kind of it simplistically. And personal volume starts out with 100 and maxes out at 200. but you'll probably do a lot more than that. We certainly do, because we use all their products and we love them. Specifically, customer qualification. Get as many customers as you can. Don't be thinking, how many do I have to do this? Oh, shoot, I got to get 2 customers now that I'm gold. No, get as many as you can. Go right past that. Technically, you could go all the way to the top with just 8 customers, but 8 or more. The other thing is there is one liability doing Avini. The products are so amazing that it's hard to keep customers because they keep upgrading. They think, oh, I love this stuff. What's it take to sign up? And so you're constantly looking for new people, new customers, because a lot of them convert into distributors, which is if you got to have a problem, that's a good one. Okay, volume qualification. We start paying people with just a volume of 500 total volume. And the natural scheme of things, the 80-20 law, enters in everything, including Avini, and Avini allows for that. And so 500, probably you'll fit into the 80-20 law. And so, well, they do the math for you. The minimum leg is got to be at least 100, the maximum 400. That 100 plus 400 is 5. And you need at least 2 legs. You want to have 1 customer, 1 distributor, but you need 2 legs. So that means if your sponsor gives you 1 leg, then you need to go get 1 yourself. And that's what this on the left is talking about, is upline UE or PE, personal. So personally enrolled, UE, upline enrolled. Both of them count for qualifications, but you need at least some personally enrolled. Hopefully, just kind of think in your mind, am I an upline or a downline? I don't think, when are they going to come and put some people in for me? Just let's go for it. If it is to be, it's up to me. Team commission bonus. Okay, this is the big one. This is where most of your income comes from. And as you move up the rank, it's all based on the volume of your people. So if you kind of think, okay, income is rank, rank is based on the number of people that you have, because the more people you have, they're eating more and more product, and they gives you more and more volume. And so essentially, it's just something that unfolds as you do that. Now, this is a really fun aspect right here. This is a one-shot thing, but each time you move up from silver up to bigger levels, you get a one-time rank up bonus. And this is so fun. This is paid on the executive level of each of those ranks. And that is really fun when you get up into some of the bigger levels here. I like this thought right here. Borrowed it from someone else, but it's just a fun way to kind of look at this, that health insurance is a good thing, but what about health assurance? And being able to just be optimum, a health empowerment account. And so here's this little kind of a fun warning. Avini Health was created for anyone looking to dramatically decrease their discomfort and anxiety and increase their overall well-being. You will experience an extreme boost of energy, improved mental clarity, and the ability to focus like never before. A caution here: never use Avini products on an empty spirit. Use as directed only if you feel you can handle a high degree of awesomeness. That's us. Essentially, what we're all about is getting people to do things, to do wonderful things that would not have been done but by your good influence. That's my greatest thrill in this business, is wonderful things happening that maybe wouldn't have happened, but by you getting out there and making it happen. So we're rainmakers. We're things that get things done. And so look at this: your ability to get a large group of people to do a few simple things consistently over an extended period of time. That's our business right there. Wow. Being a catalyst for change. I love this thought. We've probably all heard this. It's hard to grasp when you first hear this idea, but Archimedes said this: give me a lever long enough and a fulcrum in which to place it, and I shall move the world. Mathematically, that's correct. In Avini, that's the reality. Avini is a tool where you can move the world. Wow. And so how to be rich? This is the principle. I'd rather have a 1% return on 100 men than 100% return on just myself. Here is the answer. Wow. Jim Rohn, success is neither magical nor mysterious. It's the natural consequence of a consistently applying basic fundamentals. Success is a recipe. Learn the recipe, and it makes predictable results. A recipe is just learning what to say to people and getting people to take a look. I think fundamentally, Rick is just such an amazing biochemist who's created products that change people. So our job is essentially get people curious enough to listen to something that Rick has produced. He's smart, but he's also charismatic. He makes you want to try the product. And so I just leave that up to him. So I can be just real simple, asking people to take a look. That's my job. Get people curious enough to look. Their job is to decide. This was a picture taken in March. Avini is so new that at that time there was only 3 diamonds. Just a few months later, there's more than double that. In a few more months, there'll be double that. Recommend you go diamond. It's really fun. The road less traveled, M. Scott Peck. This is a quote. All my life, I used to wonder what I would become when I grew up. Then about 7 years ago, I realized that I was never going to grow up. That growing up is an ever growing, and it's an ever ongoing process. And I just found this picture of me. I think this is 1981 or something. So I'm 31 there, and nothing's changed. I loved it then. I love it even more now. Wow. Wow. So just another thought here. Leadership is the ability to make goodness operate in the lives of others. So here we are. Teach 3 to reach 3. This is the way to draw it out. Share the love. We're experiencing life-changing things. Let's facilitate life-changing things in other people. Thank you for your attention on this, and really encourage you to jump in. This is worthy of your most serious investigation. Once you've looked at it, I would say it's worthy of your total all commitment. Go all out. Jump in with just total abandonment. Run as fast as you can. When you run as fast as you can, it just feels so good. Well, this is worthy of that. So everyone, take care, and let's go do this.